My language learning journey has been absolutely wild. I was adopted from southern China and brought to the USA before even turning 2 years old. My past before this age is actually a complete mystery because I was one of the many babies, mostly girls, who were abandoned due to the one-child policy in China in the 1990s. It was illegal to abandon children, but most families did not have a choice. That meant many healthy Chinese babies were only left with a note telling maybe the birthday and the time they were born. As you see in my note here, there's no information I have about my past before being adopted. I came home only speaking Chinese, but very soon, obviously, I only spoke English with my family there, so I can easily say Chinese is my first language, but my native language is actually English, which feels kind of weird to say since we normally associate them together. I had a very bad experience in high school learning French, with a bad teacher convincing me I was so bad at languages, and there was nothing more to language learning than getting good or bad grades with them. And I consider myself monolingual up until I was almost 18, and I started self-studying German because I really wanted to study abroad in college. I thought I would only pick up the basics, but I soon fell in love with how the German grammar worked. I quickly learned German.
Und für diejenigen, die Deutsch jetzt lernen, hoffe ich, dass ich euch jetzt ein bisschen inspirieren, ein bisschen aufpeppen kann.
And then Italian.
Vorrei parlarvi di un po' di cose in effetti.
And while studying abroad in both respective countries, my love of language learning grew. And with that newfound confidence also came my perfectionism, self-criticism, doubt, envy, and anxiety. Now, even though I started with Spanish while I was studying abroad in Germany, I soon found myself on an emotional roller coaster that I never expected. And these feelings certainly weren't discussed, and they weren't expected from what I gathered from self-studying language using textbooks or all of the language strategy tip videos that I found on YouTube. But all of these really took the joy out of language learning for me, and I tend to remember those feelings sometimes even more than learning languages themselves because those feelings were highly emotionally charged, whether positively or negatively. In addition to these feelings negatively impacting my self-worth, while abroad in Europe, I was constantly categorized as only being Chinese, and I was not believed at all when I said I was American. And I ran into many more microaggressions and discrimination than I ever would have in the US. And it was not only that people did not believe who I was that was painful, it was also that the present identity of who I knew I was completely rejected and clashed with other people's definition that they were then imposing on me. And of course, while this says a lot more about them than about me, it really brought me to one conclusion. Language learning is indeed life-changing, it opens new doors, but it is not always a positive experience. I've had to go through many painful ones amidst all of the positives. Language learning is an extension of who we are, and it can open many doors to other cultures, but also to our past, our traumas, if we are not taking care of the people we are behind the languages that we speak. And why am I still here ranting today with you about languages? And why do I keep learning them? Because throughout even learning 8 languages and counting, I know language learning is really the ultimate experience that brings you back to yourself. It will help you uncover a more authentic version of you if you let it force you to confront yourself and make those positive and negative experiences totally worth it. All of this is not usually what you hear about language learning. You hear a lot about doing it for hobby, doing it for fun, which I've certainly been a part of, and it is a wonderful privilege to have. But I also learned languages to overcome trauma, depression, out of a need for survival in many ways. And in order to thrive and survive, I needed to get to know myself a lot better and on a deeper level to really find personal success. And one of the biggest gifts that I've given myself through language learning is investigating my relationship to where I'm from, to my past, how adoption has affected me psychologically, spiritually, emotionally throughout my life, and language learning has provided me the ultimate tool to honor my authentic self and be vulnerable, honor my curiosity and my values, and it gave me the bravery that I needed to internalize many negative emotions that I had about the past and start actually learning my heritage language, Chinese. And it gave me the power to not only help myself, but also help others like you out there. And that is the key to language learning, truly understanding and honoring the most authentic version of yourself so that you feel comfortable with yourself enough to show up as yourself imperfectly and truly embrace the journey. Through this journey, I've never stopped learning languages. I didn't stop at Spanish.
Es mi primera vez haciendo un viaje toda sola.
I also started with Turkish,
videoda sadece Türkçe'de konuşmak isterim.
Russian,
Mnogo у меня произошло.
Levantine Arabic,
كتير حلوة بالنسبة لي يعني
French,
avec mon travail hors de la chaîne.
And I love where language learning can lead us, and I want to help you enjoy that journey as well as show you self-compassionate solutions and solidarity to when the language journey gets hard for all of us. It is an honor to really live my dream life through language learning, and you are now a part of it. So, спасибо, شكراً كتير, danke, merci à vous, gracias, grazie, çok teşekkürler, şişinin, and thank you very much, you guys, for giving me the honor to be a part of your journey. It is only the beginning for us. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, Language Travel Adoptee, for more adventures that await. You can also check out the links down below if you want to work with me more closely or send me a message. I will see you very soon in another video.